this is Beth. Welcome to Golden Link. Today I want to talk about grounding. Some people call it earthing, but it's basically when you plant your bare feet on the ground and it helps you heal like we used to hundreds of years ago. Earth is like a battery. It has a negative layer on the atmosphere ionized by the sun and a positive charge of electrons coming into the ionosphere. Basically, the surface of the earth is electrons coming from the sun, and every time you put your feet or your hands on the ground, you get those electrons that charge your body, and that's what we need as humans. Electrons come into the body and support organs, tissues, down to the cellular level and help you heal. We need grounding just as much as we do air and sunshine. Somewhere along the line, we accidentally lost touch with the earth. Remember when we were little and we'd get outside in the morning and we'd run around and we'd be bare feet? You'd ride your bike bare feet, your big wheel, whatever you could, but we were always bare feet and we got that charge. We don't spend as much time grounding, especially as we get older. And about 1960, when the synthetic rubber sole shoe was invented, the Nike, the Adidas generation, and our love of shoes took away our ability to ground and naturally heal. Shoes haven't always been a part of our culture, but when they came into culture, now people have tons of shoes and they rarely walk on the earth, especially adults. We very rarely ground with the earth, and it doesn't take a lot of time. We walk insulated, but we depend on the earth for everything health. It's led to inflammation, disorders, heart disease, weight gain, depression, Alzheimer's, you name it. Most diseases are inflammation based, and because we don't have grounding and we don't have electrons charging us, that inflammation gets higher and higher. Do you know the founder of this grounding idea was Clint Ober? He founded grounding and studied it. He was in cable industry, and he learned in the cable industry in the early 60s that you had to ground cable. Before you took it into the house, you had to ground the cable to provide a stable electrical environment. At age 49, Clint lived in Evergreen, Colorado, and he used a lot of things. He got very sick, he had liver failure, and he decided to do some experiments on grounding. He spent some time outside and realized how great he felt. So he would take metal duct tape with a wire, little stake outside, and he would do these tests to see if he was grounded. You know, we live in a world of a lot of EMF radiation. He took these to the universities. They told him to go away. There's nothing to this. But we live and we are immersed in EMFs, and it disturbs our electrical imbalance. You know, your cell phone, your cable box, your computer, everything we have is EMF, and it takes us away from what we're naturally supposed to be charged to do. As the body touches the earth, it changes immediately. This doesn't take long. I've been standing out here for a couple of minutes, and it doesn't take long at all. I'm already being charged. If they coat those electrons coat my red blood cells, and they can't clump. The red blood cells stay separate and they don't clump together, which helps inflammation. You know all those free radicals that are in your body doing painful things to you, heart disease, diabetes, they're neutralized and your inflammation is decreased. Did you know that athletes do this practice before Tour de France races? It helps the athletes. They go barefoot, they stand on the ground 15 minutes, they get their electron charge, and they are good to go. Their inflammation level is down if they were to fall and get hurt, and they have more energy naturally. You know, there was this experiment done in the schools, and there was a classroom of kids with behavior issues, autism, and they would have these kids that were called runners, and they would run outside. They'd take out of the classroom, take off their shoes, and they run to the farthest reaches of the playground. And they take off their shoes, and the teachers would find them there sitting on the grass in the tree where there wasn't pavement, and they would be calm. And so this one school did an experiment, and they brought earthing inside. They brought grounding mats, and they brought grass, and they brought everything for the kids inside. And when they did that, the kids' behavior issues changed, and the kids were much happier and could pay attention much easier. Sounds easy, doesn't it? It actually is. It's just taking off your shoes, putting your hands in the soil, reconnecting with the earth. It can help with depression. You know, that's just neural inflammation. It can help with weight loss by calming down your synthetic nervous system, or whatever you need. Also, just being outside, being part of the earth, it just brings happiness. It brings us back to connecting with the earth and the people. There's been over 20 studies done on this, and it's so easy. But somehow we disconnected with the earth, and it's time to get back. So try it. Go outside, take off your shoes. You can dance, you can run, you can walk, you can just sit there and reconnect with the earth. Let the electrons charge your body and heal your body. I'm so grateful to connect with you. So please like and subscribe to Golden Link for more positive stories and healthy hints on how you can get healthy and be one with the earth.